good evening. How you doing on this very chilly Tuesday? Man, it's your boy Mikey G coming back at you. And this time I wanted to switch it up. I just have a story that I wanted to share. So just recently, Colorado experienced snow. We had it for 3 days straight. Now, while it's been snowing, I've been working. What I do for work, I drive with Uber and Lyft. So I've been working. So backstory, about a year ago in 2019, we had a snowstorm in October, the first snowstorm, and I was driving in it. And what happened was, I was on the highway, going around a semi truck, hit a slick spot, lost control, almost hit the wall, ended up going under the semi truck. Thank God that truck didn't roll over my car, or I would not be here talking with you today. Now, the reason I bring that up, this is why. So, it was snowing, right? And I was driving. I had to drive on the interstate. So, after the accident happened, when I had to drive on the interstate, my hands started getting clammy. It was hard to breathe. And I had no idea what that was. No idea. And somebody told me, you're having an anxiety attack. And I was like, what? No way. I've never had one in my life. There's no way I could have one now. But I was. And what sucked was, every time it snowed, driving on the highway, especially next to semi-trucks, freaked me out. Oh my goodness, it terrified me. I was like, there has to be a way to overcome this, because I'm not about to live my life just being terrified to drive on the highway in snow, or even by a semi. So I've talked to people. I was like, hey, what do you do to overcome anxiety? What do you do? Just reaching out to different people. This was for a couple of days. And then there was one day I was just reading the Bible, and I read this one verse that says, be anxious for nothing. Now, there is more to the verse and everything. You have to I apologize. I do forget the rest of it. But when I read that, I was like, all right, that. So, let me just pray about it, So that's what I did. I just, God said, be anxious for nothing. So I'm like, all right, I don't know how that works, or even how to make this work, because I have never had anxiety. So being anxious for nothing when I never had anxiety before was bizarre. But I just prayed to God. I was like, hey, you just help me with this, help me to overcome this and stuff. I would just pray. Also, and this is my belief, okay? I know people deal with anxiety where it's crippling. This is what I believe. That another good way to overcome anxiety other than prayer or with prayer is just to do the thing that gives you anxiety. Do the one thing. So that's what I did. So I would just, when it snowed, in my mind, I'm finding the snow in the city. So in my mind, I was like, all right, I gotta do this. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I hope I don't get any rides that take me on the interstate. But, the way to overcome things, you just do it. You just do it. Again, this is what worked for me. It may not work for you, or it may. Who knows? Until you try. So please do not comment or even don't disregard what I'm saying unless you try it, okay? But to continue with my story, so I would pray and I would do the one thing that caused me anxiety for a couple of days, I did that in 2019 when there was snow. 2020 came early in the year it was still snow. I would pray, and I started feeling a little more relief, a little more just peace and stuff. And then in September of this year, it snowed, and I went out and drove. And when I drove, I was like, the thought of me getting into an accident again, it kind of like popped up. But I knew it wasn't going to happen because I had control over it. So I just had to control my mind, control my thoughts, pray, do it. But the reason I'm telling you this story is because yesterday, when it was snowing, I was on the interstate. I was actually going around a semi truck. The snow was exactly the same. As I was going over, I could feel my car start to shake because I hit a slick spot. And right there, just instantly, it's so weird. Instantly, just in my mind, I was like, oh my goodness, like, I'm freaking out right now. Just real quick. And then I'm like, why would I entertain this? I've already overcome it. There's no reason. I bought a new car that could handle this. I know how to drive in snow. Like, what's the reason to even entertain this thought that just pops in my mind and stuff? And just quickly I was like, this isn't real because I'm freaking killing it right now. I'm driving safely at a pretty good speed, but I have control, and I'm like, yeah, why even have anxiety? So people who are dealing with anxiety, okay, and I know there's a lot, and I know this is a topic, it's new to me, it is, but I have dealt with it. But there's people who've been dealing with it for years, and it's crippling to them. I know because I have met those people. So, my challenge to you, if you're up for it, only if you're up for it, again, please don't disregard everything I'm saying. I'm just sharing what happened, what worked for me. Just give it a try. See if it works for you. So my challenge is, 1, pray about it. Give it to God. 2, as nerve-wracking as it is, the thing that causes you anxiety, do it. It's kind of like fear, The thing that you're scared of, the best way to overcome it is just be around it, to do it. So, we're going to do the same thing with the anxiety, alright? Really. Just try those 2 things. Try those 2 things. Do it anytime that you're starting to feel anxious, and your heart is just racing and you're just freaking out. Just try it. Prayer and overcoming what causes you anxiety. Also, just be patient. Be patient. Maybe it may not happen on the first time or the second, but just know that it will happen. You will overcome it. That soon, when that thought in your mind pops up, just remember your mind is powerful and you've already overcome it. Don't entertain it, okay? Alright? Again, I wanted to share that story. I really hope this helps somebody who's been dealing with anxiety. I hope it helps. I wish I could help with other things that people deal with, but as time goes on, we'll get there. I'll do what I can. But right now, just focus on just helping people to overcome anxiety, because we don't have to deal with it. Be anxious for nothing. Alright? Seriously, you're worth it. You're worth it. You are worth it. Okay? I freaking love you. It's your boy Mikey G. Just wanted to share that with you again. If you like this, anything, if this provides any type of just clarity to you or helps you, please like this, share this, subscribe. Let's inspire, let's change the world, but I need your help to do it. I'll do my part. I will do my part and continue to make the videos and just, doing what I can. But I just ask you to join me and let's help inspire the world. Alright, love you.